I don't know why WAEC always intimidate students with this kind of question. Most students always fail this kind of question in their WAEC chemistry exam. And today I'm here to explain this question and to also solve this question step by step. And you will not fail this kind of chemistry question in your WAEC after when you watch this video till very end. Now let's get started. Let me read the question. The question says, when 5.6 dm³ of methane was completely burned in excess oxygen at STP, calculate the volume of oxygen used and the volume of carbon dioxide produced. Equation of the reaction. Now this is our equation of the reaction. We have methane reacting with 2 mole of oxygen giving us carbon dioxide plus water. Now whenever you see a question like this, mostly some people are confused on how to start solving this kind of question. That's why most students always fail in their exam, and WAEC use that as opportunity to be always repeating the question. So today you are free after watching this video till the end. Now first thing you will do in this kind of question is that, first of all, always think that this question, where is this question is coming from, which topic that this question is being said. Now this question is said from gas volume. So after knowing the topic that the question was said from, the next thing is to bring out your data. Please always try as possible and bring out your data, because bringing out your data will actually help you to know what next to do. So we have value here 5.5. So let's make it like this. Volume of methane is equal to 5.6 dm³. So the next thing from our question, we have volume of oxygen. Oxygen is equal to question mark. Then the third one, volume of carbon dioxide is equal to question mark. The fourth data here is mole of methane. Mole of methane is equal to. So from the equation of the reaction, see, we have 1 here. So our methane is 1. The mole of methane is 1, and mole ratio of oxygen is equal to 2 because of the 2 coefficient that is in front of oxygen. So the last one here is mole of carbon dioxide is equal to 1. So in gas volume, mole ratio is equal to volume ratio. So mole ratio is equal to volume ratio. So what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to explain here is that you can equally call this as 1 volume and 2 volume and 1 volume. So after bringing out our data completely, the first thing we have to do here is start solving the equation. So the first thing here is to find step 1 is step 1. Step 1, find the volume of oxygen use. So from our question, they ask of the volume of oxygen use. So we are starting with it as our step 1. So we have to find the volume of oxygen use. Let's continue. 1 volume of methane. Let me use formula. 1 volume of methane reacts with 2 volume of oxygen. So now the formula we are using is volume of oxygen is equal to 5.6 dm cube times mole ratio of oxygen. Therefore, 5.6 dm cube times 2, because the mole ratio of oxygen is 2. So when you multiply this value, 5.6 times 2 will give you 11.2 dm cube. So we are through with our step 1. Step 2. In step 2, we are to find the volume of carbon dioxide produced. Now, the same method we use for getting the volume of oxygen is the same method that we are using for carbon dioxide. But here, there's a little difference. The little difference here is, now we have 5.6 times, instead of 2 now, you see, we are not using 2 because the reason is because 1 mole times 1 mole ratio of carbon dioxide. When you multiply this times 1, it will give you 5.6 dm cube. So this is the final answer for this question. You see, mostly if you ask yourself, why is it that WAEC always bring this kind of question? You see, the reason is because mostly students are being confused whenever they see a question like this. And why is the essence of bringing a question like this? Because now we have methane. Now the question is, how many mole, like how many volumes of oxygen will react with methane? So we discover that methane will need 2 mole of oxygen to react, and it should burn completely. We have come to the end of our lesson. So if you found this lesson helpful to you, please subscribe to this channel, and also like, comment and share this video to your friends. I wish you success in your WAEC. See you in the next lesson.